Hello everyone, this is just an extra thing that I'm doing for the lulz. Okay, so here we go. A special truce. AVGN versus Nostalgia Critic. Okay, here we go. As the day came to an end, the angry video game nerd, James, went back to his hotel room to retire for the rest of the day. He spent his whole stay at Comic-Con, mingling with his fans and talking about shitty video games. The whole con should have been a blast, but it wasn't for AVGN. His booth was right across from the Nostalgia Critic, his seemingly worst enemy. He was dogged with fans instigating a fight with him. Yeah, excuse me for my fail English sometimes. Anyway, a fight he didn't want to start. James was quite upset that the NC wanted to fight him as well. See, the AVGN don't hate NC. In fact, he's madly in love with him. When he first saw NC, he fell in love with his unshaven look and his sexy glasses. Okay, his big potty mouth gave him shivers down his spine every time he talks. So he was very hurt when he learned NC made a video calling him out. "Why does he hate me?" James said as he plopped down on his bed. James never knew he was gay until he met that guy with the glasses. His sexual desires just bloomed, and he have never been attracted to men ever since. What? He's a virgin, and he dreams of the day he might lost it to the Nostalgia Critic. Then the AVGN sprang up from his bed. "Wait a minute! Why am I just laying here complaining? I need to know why he hates me." James got up and walked to NC's hotel room down the hall. He didn't understand. He was a nice guy. He had feelings. He never mean any harm when he insults people in his videos. He was just a random victim of the man he loves ever so deeply. Silently, James knocked on the door. "Why am I doing this?" he thinks to himself, wondering if his knocks was loud enough to hear. Suddenly, he felt a hand on his shoulder from behind, which scared the daylights out of him. "What the fuck?" He turned and saw the Nostalgia Critic himself. The AVGN's legs started to go weak as he stared into NC's glasses. He couldn't help but grow an erection at his presence. He was just so manly. Well, Mr. Angry Video Game Nerd, we meet again," the man with glasses says while glaring into James's glasses. "Nostalgia Critic, I want a word with you." "Then come on in. You had a long day. Come inside for a beer," NC says while opening and walking inside of his hotel room. The nerd follows the Nostalgia and sits on his bed. "Got any Rolling Rock?" "Of course," Nostalgia Critic says while pulling out a beer in his suitcase. James couldn't believe he was so close to NC without any confrontation. He started drinking his beer while Nostalgia Critic sat on his bed with James watching the nerd. "So, what did you want to talk to me about?" James looked down and placed his beer on the floor. He didn't respond for a minute or two. "Well, I was wondering what the deal with you disliking me. We've never met beforehand, and you just decided to be a jerk to me." The nerd looked at NC and continued. "I'm a big fan of yours, NC. I told you I was a big fan on my forum, and you thought it was a secret message insulting you. Why do you want to fight me when I idolize you?" Nostalgia's Critic was silent for a while. "You really like me, don't you, buttfucker?" He laughs, but the AVGN was somewhat offended by his comment, because he was homosexual. James hung his head low, and NC placed his hand on his back. "You think I really hate you?" James looked up quickly. "You don't?" "Of course not. I was just messing around. I like you very much, nerd. You are awesome. AVGN blushed and looked away. Well, gee, And you want to know a secret? What secret? The nerd says baffled. I am gay, and I find you attractive. In fact, I even love you. Nostalgia Critic looked away with a huge blush on his face. James couldn't believe what he was hearing. It's like a dream come true. He met his love, and his love loves him too. Really? Yes. Then the Nostalgia Critic leaned in and kissed James on the mouth. The kiss sent shivers down his spine and aroused him greatly. AVGN returned the kiss, and they both started kissing passionately. The nerd's head almost exploded of the unbelievability of this. He was kissing his lover, and he loved it. They parted later, panting for air.